1-3, the police are requesting an ambulance to detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Rock Street.
Hi, you're watching the movie canon. Watch Gio.
And here we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni, and this is the Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news. And for today's episode, I have a couple of guests, two guests that are making their debut on the Met Report and the Movie Canon YouTube channel. Before I bring them in, let me tell you guys what we're going to do today, and we are going to talk about the Final Destination the sixth installment of the movie. There's a bit of news that popped up not too long ago, earlier this week, and we'll talk about that very briefly there. And then also, I'm doing a 1999 flashback segment where I'm going to talk about some of those movies that came out that year that me growing up, I had a lot of fun with. I was just going to the movies like basically every week that year, and I just have some very fond memories of it. And some of these movies that came out in 99 are actually pretty big movies that are kind of significant even now. My guest will be joining me today talking about those, and then there's a game that I'm going to have them play called the Marker Game. I'll give them details about that in just a moment here, but let's go ahead and bring in my Canon Council, as I call my panel here for today. So let me go ahead and bring in for the very first time on the Met Report and on the Movie Canon YouTube channel, we have Mr. Larry from the SDS Guys podcast. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Definitely. And I was talking to you, backstage. That I've been watching you guys. Been on watching your just your podcast and things like that for years.
Yeah.
I think we started around the same time, and since I just started doing this collaboration with other people on my channel and things like that, I was like, let me ask Larry or the guys from the STS guys on the show sometime, and then here you are. So thanks so much for being here.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Happy to be here. And yeah, same, right? Like, I think we've been kind of in that similar YouTube content creator, movie podcast kind of space for a very long time. Yeah. I remember, right. I know it's been a while since I think we found your channel. Like we're going on, God, it's we passed 6 years, right? So like 2017 is when we started. So like
that's when I started.
Yeah, like we were way more active doing YouTube stuff, 6-7 years ago. But we're still here. We're still grinding. We still we still record our podcast live on YouTube just about every Saturday night. We're also live on Twitch. We've kind of leaned into the Twitch a little bit more than the YouTube lately, right? We don't make extra YouTube videos anymore like we used to. But you still get a podcast just about every week. And yeah, like you can watch live. Or you can find us on Spotify or Apple Podcast or wherever you like to listen to podcasts. We're probably there.
Very nice. So again, thank you for having me. And let's have Mr. Tim from the VFG Movie Reviews. How you doing, Tim?
It's good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. And then kind of the same thing. Not as long, but I started following you on Instagram and on YouTube and watching you there. You talk about movies, hence the name VFG Movie Reviews and things like that. So I was like, let me see if Tim would be interested in being on the show sometime. So thank you again for agreeing to be on here.
Oh, I appreciate it. Like I said, I was very flattered that you even asked me to be on your episode and stuff like that. I was telling everybody at work last night that I was actually really nervous about doing this. And
oh, wow.
You're actually 100% my first collaboration I've ever done with anybody. So like I said, it's definitely appreciated.
Definitely. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad the both of you are here. So So before we get started here, I'm going to announce this real quick. I mean, I've announced this before. Uh, a lot of you guys know that I do a lot of giveaways and things like that. So a couple weeks ago, I announced this Funko giveaway, Funko Pop giveaway of the Dark Side Anakin, or the Darth Maul from Phantom Menace Funko giveaway. So I'm going to select the winner today. Hopefully, we have enough viewers that we can do that. Now, in the comment section of this video, I did put the link of the video that you would have to go and comment. The description or the will be in the description of that video. You just say that I'm a subscriber or a follower up, and be subscribed to the Movie Canon YouTube channel and have an address within the United States, and then be live in the chat for you to win. And then I'll select the winner through a website that just randomly selects a winner based on the comments that are in the video. So make sure to do that. Again, the link of that particular video is the Funko giveaway that looks like this image that you see here. And then just comment there if you want to try to win this, and then I'll announce the winner towards the end of the stream. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go into the live chat real quick here. There might be a couple in there before we actually get started. Let's see, go back here. Okay, so we have Mr. Brick Artemis saying, hello everyone, about to see Dune Part 2 again with Jedi Night's Watch. Thank you so much for being here. Brick has his own channel, Brick Artemis, the Bugle 6. He joins the Jedi Night's Watch in a figures episode that talk about figures and things like that. So make sure to check him out and the Jedi Night's Watch. And Dune Part 2. Have you guys? I know Tim, you've seen Dune Part 2, but
yeah.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it, Larry?
Nope.
No.
No.
I'll even one up you. I haven't even seen Dune 1 or original Dune. So
okay.
Nope.
All right.
Not for me.
Yeah. Because I know Tim. I know you saw it because you reviewed it and you gave it a very positive review, like myself. But yeah, so, and then Brick also says here, awesome panel. I would definitely come back and watch the replay. Thank you so very much, Brick.
Nice.
Thanks very much for that. Mary Gusty saying, hi, everyone. So hello there, Miss Mary Gusty. I know you've been on my chat and the chat before many times. So thank you for returning here. Okay, so it looks like we're all caught up there with the chat. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin by talking about the very first topic that I want to talk about here. So this is the announcement, or I guess the news, I guess you can say, pertaining to this new Final Destination movie. So this is the 6th one. Okay, so they titled it Bloodlines, which I think we've seen the title of this before, kind of like, you know how a lot of those movies get that subtitle of Revolutions. It's kind of like one of those things that we see constantly, you know, franchise revolutions. It's kind of like this in a way, Bloodlines, but new Final Destination movie. For a couple of years ago, I thought I read that it was going to go directly to Netflix or streaming or something like that, but it looks like it is going to be an actual theatrical release. And I have a love and hate situation with Final Destination, because I really did like the first one, and I really enjoyed the second one the most. The third one, fourth one were kind of weak for me, and then the fifth one, I kind of like that they kind of switched things up in a way that, and this is going to be a bit of a spoiler. So I mean, it's been out for years now, but the fifth one is really a prequel. It's really the first one. So I like the way that they kind of did that. So that was very cool. So again, this Final Destination Bloodlines coming out, I believe it's next year. Let me go and just give you some information here. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a moment. Okay, so here we go. Again, Final Destination 6 latest news. This is from, I think, Screen Rant. Let me just close these out here. There are all these ads everywhere. It says here, the news has been scant regarding the long-awaited sequel. The latest updates sees filming beginning on Final Destination 6 after years of development and delays. Producer Craig Perry let the public in on the process of making the Final Destination 6 and revealed that after a long, hard slog through the pandemic and the strikes, day one is finally in the can, so they just started filming the movie. He also clarified that the newest Final Destination movie will be released theatrically around the globe, skewing a streaming debut, which is something that I mentioned earlier. So I'm gonna go and shoot this at you, Tim, first. First, are you a fan of the Final Destination franchise? And if so, which ones did you enjoy the most, if at all?
Like I said before, I definitely saw the first one. I think I saw the second one. I'm pretty sure. I like the concept of those movies. I honestly do. Just death chasing them around, basically, and collecting the souls and stuff like that. Like, I do really like that. But as soon as you put up that image of the name, I immediately thought of Hellraiser.
Oh, okay.
The third film. And I was like, uh-oh, because that one wasn't very good. So I was like, oh, how is this one going to be, you know? But I'm glad they're bringing it back. I like seeing these get rebooted every now and then. I'm a fan of it.
So I mean, obviously the concept is, like you said, you know, death is after certain individuals who cheated death, right? And that's basically the movie, right? So there's a like a slasher film without it being a slasher film, because you don't actually see the killer, right? So you just know it's death, and he's after all these people here that's initially should have died in the first place. And I mean, the concept itself I enjoy, because it's kind of nice, or not nice, but it's kind of fun to see the different ways that they get taken out, you know, one by one. And that's actually what's entertaining. I don't really think it's a scary movie. I don't think it's really horror, even though it is technically categorized as that. But I do like that whole idea of, let's see how this person's gonna get it, you know, stuff like that. But Larry, what are your thoughts on the franchise itself, or any of the movies that you might have seen?
Well, the first thing I thought of when you told us that, hey, like, one of the topics is going to be the new Final Destination movie. So my first thought was, they're still making Final Destination movies? Like,
Right.
I had no idea. I didn't know this was a thing. I guess part of the reason why I didn't know they're still making them is I looked. Final Destination 5 came out in 2011. So it's been, you know, it's been almost 15 years. Like, it's
Right.
it's been a minute since they made one. But yeah, I think I saw the second one. Like, I was just reading the plot on Wikipedia. I'm like, this sounds vaguely familiar, but that was very long, right? That was 20 years ago. Like, I kind of remember seeing it in the theater. I haven't seen any of the other ones. I know that it was a fairly popular franchise even after that second one, right? Like, it caught some steam and got like a second wind, and people are like, oh my god, Final Destination. But it's kind of one of those it's kind of one of those throwaway movie franchises. Like you know what you're gonna get. So I think that this one, they're kind of leaning into that nostalgia. I'm with you that I'm surprised it isn't direct to streaming. That they are actually going to put it in a theater, at least for a little bit. We'll see how it does. I would be shocked if it blows anybody away.
Right.
It's definitely one of those wait till, like, I think most people who want to see it can wait till it hits Netflix or, I don't know, Paramount, whatever streaming service it's going to be on.
Yeah, and I think that's what the studio was initially thinking. Like, this is one of those movies I need to go straight to streaming. We don't need to do a theatrical release, but it looks like it is going to be a theatrical release.
Well,
and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
Horror's like picking up steam in theaters. Like Blumhouse right now, they're the PG-13 kings of PG-13 horror and stuff like that. Do they have a rating on this yet? Is it hard R or is it?
I'm sure. Well, I mean, it's
hard
not
PG-13.
Yeah, they're not done with it. All the other Final Destination movies have been R-rated, so I'm sure they're gonna stick to that.
It'd be nice to see a hard R horror movie, because there hasn't been one for, I think, a minute now.
Yeah, I mean, lately they have been doing, you know, the Megans and the like that. The one that just came
Yeah.
out actually yesterday, Imaginary. That one came out yesterday in theaters. That's a PG-13 movie too. That's Blumhouse as well.
Seeing that on Sunday.
Cool.
Oh
But
yeah, I mean,
you're right though. Like those are some of the more successful movies in 2023, 2024. Like we don't get a whole lot in the theaters, but yeah, I guess like some of the horror genre is kind of thriving, I guess,
is.
compared to other things.
yeah. And then this image that you see here, this is from the opening scene of Final Destination 2, which is my favorite one because this one is the one that kind of like this could actually happen. And every time I'm like driving and I'm behind like any kind of vehicle, not necessarily like this, like logs or things like that, or like just something that they're pulling and that could fall, I go to the next lane. I'm like, I'm not gonna drive behind any of this shit because I've seen Final Destination 2.
Right?
It's like,
Traumatized. you have been traumatized.
But
Didn't the log thing actually happen to somebody?
I think it might have.
I think it was like 3 years ago, or maybe a little bit more pre-pandemic. I think it did actually happen to somebody. And they brought that up in the news article. They're like, "Oh, this is definitely something out of Final Destination."
Right. But I mean, I like that opening scene. That one is my favorite one, Final Destination 2, mainly because of this particular opening scene, right? I like the first one. It started everything else, and then the other one is, I think, is the roller coaster, and then the fourth one is the NASCAR one, and the fifth one, I actually don't remember what the fifth one was. Oh, I think it was a bridge. I think like a bridge collapsed or something like that kicked everything off, and then that one turned out to be an actual prequel to obviously the first one, that it kind of connects it, and I did like that. But I mean, ultimately it comes out in theaters. It's a 50-50 that I'll watch it in theaters, but I just wanted to just mention it here. Any other final thoughts on the franchise or just in general regarding the Final Destination, guys?
I'll definitely go see it in theaters. It got that Regal Unlimited plan, so
Oh, okay.
I'll go see everything. So even if it's bad.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
But
I have the AMC A-list stuff, so I have
Oh,
that.
nice.
So it's very similar to that one, right?
Oh, you got the bougie version of what I got.
Right. And any other final thoughts there, Larry?
No, I will not be seeing this, but that's okay.
Okay, all right.
You guys enjoy.
All right, let's see. Let's look at the chat real quick here. We have Darren Wardo saying hello, everyone. Hello there, Mr. Darren Wardo. Thanks very much. I'm glad you're here. You're always here in the chat, so thanks so much for that. Final Destination didn't impress me, so there's another one right there, Larry. There you go. Mary Gusty saying that scene of the logs still scares me. See, so it's not just me. So
Traumatized a generation of people.
My sister Alice Howard saying hello there, Alice. Thank you for being
nice.
here. Darren Wardle again says, what is that? Rebar could have multiple strikes and gory kills / injuries. Yeah, that's why I think they're gonna stick to this R-rated formula, because I mean the other ones have been. I think the real fans, the ones that were actually gonna rush out and see it, I think they'll be upset if it's not R-rated. So I think they're gonna keep it like that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Where'd you get that? Dropping by here, Mr. Cody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so very much. And then, guys, again, remember, if you guys want that Funko Pop giveaway, which I'll announce towards the end of the stream, make sure to follow the instructions there. The link is in the chat. I dropped it in yesterday, I think. So just click on that link, follow the instructions there, so that you can qualify for that. Obviously, must be a subscriber and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's Final Destination 6 or Bloodlines that is coming up, which me and Tim will most likely watch, but Larry will not. So there you go. So okay, so the next topic here is let's get into the 1999 flashback segment, as I'm going to call it here. Now, I mentioned this a little earlier, but 1999 is the first year that I remember I was going to the movies regularly, like I want to say almost every week. And I just remember all these movies that I really, really enjoyed. Now, I'm not going to go through every single 1999 movie, even ones that I might have liked. but I will go into quite a few that I'm sure most of you have seen at one point, right? It's been 25 years. This is the 25th anniversary of these movies that came out. And I'm going to start with the first one here, which is Office Space. So this is the comedy from Mike Judge, I believe, the guy who made Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill, I believe. Now, when this movie first came out, I mean, obviously, I remember the ads, the trailers, and TV spots and all that stuff, but I wasn't really that interested in the movie itself. The only thing that might have pulled me to watch it, which I ended up watching it, was the Mike Judge name there, because I did like those animated shows that he's done. And then I watched it, and I thought it was fine, but I mean, I was younger, so there were some things that I just didn't really get, right? So I watched this movie a couple times as an adult, like years later, and I appreciated it a whole lot more. I get some of the jokes. I've experienced some of the shit that happens in this movie. So 1999, good solid movie. Larry, I know you've seen this. What are your quick thoughts on it?
Yeah, so I probably one of my favorite movies of all time, right? Top 10, easy.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember I don't remember it coming out in theaters. I definitely did not see it in the theaters. I don't remember how I stumbled across it. I think it started to get like a little bit of buzz. I probably got it on DVD or something. But yeah, like it's one of the best comedy movies of all time, hands down. And to your point, like as a kid, like you probably didn't appreciate it unless you've worked in an office. Like you need that. And also, like kids nowadays probably wouldn't appreciate it because they're smashing up the fax machine, and like there's like olden time office references in there that probably don't hold up too good today if you're watching it for the first time. But like seeing it as probably like in my early 20s or something, like for the first time, it was a great movie.
How about you, Tim?
I actually don't remember how I first saw this movie or anything. I know it wasn't in the theaters, so it was probably on TV maybe or something.
Probably like that. That's what I was thinking too, right? Like TBS, TNT, Saturday afternoons kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, but I definitely know I didn't see it in theater. But this is a classic. This is an absolute classic of a movie. The main actor is Ron Livingston, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's great in this movie, especially after he's just like, I don't care anymore. None of this matters to me anymore, right?
Right.
And I mean, I work in the casinos here in Vegas, so like this stuff just plays on that level too, with all the CEOs and bosses and VPs and all that stuff, just mundane stuff that they nitpick for no apparent reason. This is absolutely top movie.
Yeah, and then some of the things that the character does, I forgot what the character's name is, but
I don't remember either.
Ron Livingston's character, some of the things that he does and says to his bosses is like, it's like, I wish I could do that. So it's just kind of like,
it was he was quiet quitting before quiet quitting was cool and became a thing, right?
100%.
Yeah, this was like pioneering like a workspace culture that they had no idea what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Let's look at
Peter Gibbons.
Oh, Peter. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Google.
Darren Wardle saying Office Space is an instant classic to me. It is truth. I can't read that part there. What does that say? Call center for life. I think. It's probably a typo in there. But where'd you get that saying? A great movie when they destroy the printer. Yeah. So that one scene with that one guy, the Michael Bolton character, I think. Yes. So gets pissed off. They keep calling him, like talk about the singer and all that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the first one here. The next one is actually my favorite film of all time, and that's The Matrix. The Matrix. Actually, it was kind of funny because when I first saw the trailer, the TV spots for this movie, I wasn't really that interested in watching it. Like it was like because there was some other movie that Keanu Reeves made called Johnny Mnemonic or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of sounded like that one. It was like, is that a sequel to that movie? And I wasn't really that interested in it. And then my cousin, he was the one who actually wanted to watch it. And I was okay, whatever, let's just go watch it. And then I watched the opening scene, Trinity, that Matrix kick. So I was in. I was hooked. Had the best experience that I've had in a movie theater. The audience was reacting to some of the things that are happening because there's some of the things that we haven't really seen on film, at least not to this level, with the bullet time and things like that. Love the story, love obviously the characters. There's so many things that I end up catching later after multiple views and things like that. So great experience with the Matrix. Let's start with you, Tim. Are you a fan of this film?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. I don't think you can be a movie fan and not be a fan of the Matrix. Like, it just because not only because it was super high grossing and stuff like that, but it was groundbreaking for technology. Like, everybody uses bullet time now, for the most part, in some form or another. Not to the extent the way they were doing it, but
right,
they do it now and everything. But cemented Keanu Reeves as the top actor, and it's one of the best. It is absolutely one of the best, and I still can't believe it's been 25 years though.
Right, 25 years. Larry, your thoughts?
Yeah, this list of 99 movie flashbacks is going to make me feel very, very old. It was good, man. Like there's right. I remember this. Definitely saw it in the theater. Definitely remember the hype. I remember the anticipation for the sequels. I very much enjoyed the first one. 2 and 3 kind of did not live up to the hype in my mind, and it kind of soiled this one a little bit for me. So like, I don't look back fondly on the Matrix as you guys do probably. Like, it was fine. But I haven't watched it. Like, I haven't rewatched it probably since 99 or 2000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, like, no. Like, I had it on DVD. Like, I remember I bought all 3 of them on DVD thinking, like, oh my God, I love this trilogy. But then it's like, right, you watch the second one again, and I'm like, nah. And I watch the third one, I'm like, nah, yeah. Dude, like, seriously, that's the first thing I think of. First one was fine, great. Second and third one just ruined it for me.
Well, wasn't it a thing that they only planned the first one and then kind of had to come up with the sequels and stuff like that?
Right.
It
Warner
wasn't
Brothers,
planned as a trilogy.
Yeah,
Right, Warner Brothers wanted that.
Yeah, they're
money.
like,
How do we make this last? Yeah.
And the Wachowskis are amazing directors. Like, even Speed Racer. Speed Racer's
Speed Racer.
It's a fun
Completely
movie.
forgot about that
fun movie. It might not be a great movie, but it's a fun movie. Plus, I mean, that's probably the only way you could do Speed Racer anyways.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had forgotten about that movie. But let's look at the chat here again. Let's see. I never saw that movie, says Mary Gusty. It says, dang, The Matrix is freaking awesome. Oh, so you were talking about Office Space.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was The Matrix, but there you go. Darren Waddle saying, there is no spoon. So there you go. All right, any other thoughts on this first Matrix movie before we move on to the next one here?
Yeah, go for it. What do you got? What else you got?
Okay, next one is The Mummy, Brendan Fraser movie. I had a lot of fun with this movie when it first came out. The special effects are not as good for sure now. At the time, I thought they were pretty cool. And it was just one of those adventure fun movies. We have The Mummy, where, like, growing up as a kid, I was very interested and fascinated by ancient Egypt and things like that. So this added even more to my enjoyment of this movie. Obviously, they made the sequel, and then the really bad third one, and the really, really bad Tom Cruise one, at least in my opinion there. But yeah, this is one of those movies, summer movies, that I remember fondly. Larry, let's start with you this time. What are your thoughts on this one?
There was a Tom Cruise one? I don't
Oh, yeah.
That.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that. Okay. So I definitely didn't see this in theaters. I have watched this movie but it was within like the last 2 or 3 years. Like I somehow avoided this for the entire franchise. I think I saw the Scorpion King one with The Rock. I saw that one for some reason, but I never saw the Brendan Fraser ones. It was good. It was enjoyable. The special effects are a little bit cheesy for 2020 standards, but like the story is good. Brendan Fraser is great. And it really holds up for seeing it for the first time, 20 something years after it came out. It's a solid movie.
How about you, Tim?
Well, before I talk about this, let's talk about that Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah. When did this come out?
So it was supposed to be the birth of the Universal Dark Universe and everything. Yeah. And the reason the movie failed is because Tom Cruise hijacked that movie. And there was so many things he didn't want to do. Like there was something with kissing the girl or something like that. Like it was one of those weird Tom Cruise things that pops up in all his movies for some real weird reason. But it's a bad movie. It's a really bad movie. Like wholeheartedly.
Totally forgot about that. Clearly, I just googled it. Once you said the Universal Monsters thing that they were wanted to do. 2017. So even that's been a minute.
I didn't finish watching that movie, which I rarely do. Like I usually try to finish a movie. Like, oh, maybe it'll get better towards the end. Maybe it'll get better. This one I didn't finish. I just stopped.
I'll talk about this one second. The Tom Cruise one, I wanted that one to succeed so bad because I wanted a dark universe. Like I wanted to see all the rebirth of the Universal Monsters. I'm a huge Universal Monsters fan. Yeah. I love Universal Studios. I wanted it to succeed so bad. And the casting for everybody, I think if they didn't have Tom Cruise in that, because the girl who plays the mummy is outstanding and she's horrifying in that movie. She is actually really a scary mummy in that movie. And I was just so sad that it fell apart. But look at Universal rebranding it and using it for Epic Universal in Florida for the new theme park.
Yeah.
The Universal Monsters Land is going to be called the Dark Universe and everything.
Okay.
But getting to Brendan Fraser's, I'm sorry. But I love Egyptian history and all that stuff, and watching this movie and it was just so damn good. Rachel Weisz is amazing in it. I can't remember the guy who plays her brother, but
I can't remember his name.
He's just a great character actor. And homeboy almost died on the set. Brendan Fraser, remember that?
I think so. Yeah.
The hanging scene.
Oh, with the neck, yeah.
It slipped off the gimmick, and he actually died on set, and they had to revive him and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's hands down one of the best mummy movies besides the originals.
Okay, we have Mary Gusta saying The Mummy is my favorite movie of all time. So that's
nice.
Favorite movie of all time. Okay. Yeah, so that was The Mummy. The next one here. Okay, so this one is... I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know if you guys know, but Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, there was so much hype. I was so excited for this movie to come out. And they released the teaser trailer a year before the movie came out, which made it even worse with the anticipation levels for this movie. I did watch the movie. Didn't love it. Throughout the years, I've been rewatching it because it's still Star Wars. Darth Maul is awesome. It's a great villain. Obviously, we get Obi-Wan Kenobi as a Padawan here, and then Qui-Gon Jinn with Liam Neeson being a Jedi here. And I would say that I like it now. That lightsaber scene at the end in the episode 1, I think is still probably the best one of all Star Wars. I would say that is an amazing lightsaber scene between these three guys here. And I had the opportunity to meet 2 of these men here in the picture. I haven't met Liam Neeson yet, and I don't know if I'll be able to, but it's just it's just great. And the re-release is going to happen in a month or so, a couple months from now.
Yep.
So I'll be rewatching it in the theater. Like I said, big Star Wars fan, but I don't know. Are you guys big Star Wars fans? How about let's start with you, Larry.
I'm probably less of a Star Wars fan now than I was in 1999, but for reasons, like a lot of reasons. But like me in 1999, like you said, there's a lot of hype around this. I was definitely excited to see it. Saw it in the theater, like not opening night, but like that night. Like you could probably go at midnight, right? Because that was a thing then. Like you right, you wanted to see the first showing. The first showing started at midnight. So I definitely didn't wait in line. I think we ended up seeing it because they played it like every hour. Like it took over the theaters. Like there were no other movies going on. It was Star Wars. I think we ended up seeing it like at midnight, 24 hours after it opened. So I saw it like initially, like right away, super hyped, super tired. I remember like thinking the pod racing scene was a little long. Like I remember like everything everybody hates on now. Like I remember sort of thinking like, this is I'm not sure if I really like this or not. Like I remember a lot of green screen. I'm like, this feels different. Not to hate on it, but a lot of the stuff that's become issues, right? I think my first thought were like, but overall I remember leaving, like I enjoyed it. Like it was a good movie. I liked it. Maybe my thoughts have changed a little bit since then, but like at that time, in that moment, in May 1999, like I was all about Star Wars. Right, the hype, the toys at the Taco Bell, the Pepsi cans, like Phantom Menace. Man. I was all about
all those.
Yeah, like mid 90s, like when the special edition ones came out, like in 94, 95, when they re-released like A New Hope. Yeah, okay, yeah, 97. Yeah, you're right, 97, right? Leading up to this, when they did The New Hope and Empire and Return of the Jedi in the theaters and stuff, like that was sweet for me too. Like that was my peak Star Wars. So coming out of that, getting a new movie, it was amazing.
How about you, Tim?
I love Star Wars. Even bad Star Wars, I still love Star Wars. Like the Han Solo movie. That movie.
I was like, do you like that one?
No, but it's still a fun movie. Like because I think it's because of the people that are in it, not so much the guy they picked to play Han Solo, but like Woody Harrelson, stuff like that. Like it makes it a fun movie and stuff like that. But that also has one of the worst post-credit scenes with our guy Darth Maul just waving his lightsaber in front of him, being like, "Hey guys, remember me? Hey, I'm back," and then did nothing with him. But no, like I said, I'm a Star Wars fan. I love sci-fi stuff, and this was great. The kid who played young Anakin, I didn't like him. I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
on,
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pick on the kid.
Poor Jake Lloyd.
Right, but I don't think he was right for the part. Like maybe he wasn't given the right direction, or he just wasn't seasoned enough for maybe that role and stuff like that. Which, I mean, being a child actor, like, it's hard to get enough seasoning to be able to, right? Yeah.
But maybe they could have chosen a better 8-year-old.
Yeah, right. But I mean, I don't want to hate on him. Right?
He ended up quitting acting because of
he's going through tough times, man. Give him a break.
Know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to bang on the kid. I'm really not. But like the casting in this is amazing. Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, and even in the Obi-Wan show, I would, as great as the lightsaber battle is at the end of this movie and everything, the lightsaber battle inside Obi-Wan between him and Darth Vader, like the colors resonating off their faces and stuff like that, is absolutely amazing. Like it is still top tier, like Star Wars and everything. But this was great, and plus it has Natalie Portman in it, and she's amazing, and I love seeing Natalie Portman. So.
Yeah. Let's look at the live chat here. Mary Gusta saying, "A Star Wars Phantom Menace is awesome, and can't believe it's 25 years old." Yeah. Darren Wardle saying, "Still a huge Star Wars fan." Miami's Nemesis dropping by. What's up, everyone? Hello there, Miami's Nemesis. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Best movie ever. So you're talking about Star Wars, right? Phantom Menace. Best movie ever. I enjoyed episode 1. Says, where'd you get that? Miami's Nemesis saying, Solo was a great movie. They should continue it. Unfortunately,
That could be hard.
I think it's the only Star Wars film that might have actually flopped. I'm pretty sure that's the only Star Wars movie that flopped. So I don't think they're going to be doing that. But who knows?
there was a lot of problems with that production also. Like
they had to reshoot everything.
Was it Lord and Miller that were originally on
Yeah.
it, and then they
Right.
got kicked to the curb or something
Ron
like
Howard.
that because they were adding too much comedy, and it was actually the actor who played Solo who ratted on them to the studio that got him kicked off the thing. I'm like, how do you rat on your director, bro? Like come on.
He was probably like,
It's
"That's not
like
Han
he's beating you
Solo."
up or something like that,
It's
right?
like, that's not Han Solo. I'm like, I'm gonna tell on what's her name? Kathleen Kennedy, I think. Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of issues with that Solo movie. But yeah, that's why I don't think they're gonna make another one. But I guess you never know. All right, let's move on to the next one here. Okay, so this is the sequel to Austin Powers,
dang.
right? Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh, yeah.
This movie I also remember having a lot of fun with. I remember in school everyone was quoting this movie. Fat Bastard, Dr. Evil, Austin Powers. Like I said, very fun movie. I haven't seen it lately, but it is one of those movies that was kind of like I remember that summer of Austin Powers, Spy Who Shagged Me, and things like that. And they made like a trailer mocking Star Wars Episode 1. I remember that was kind of fun. Tim, what are your thoughts on this one?
Was this this was the sequel, right?
Right, the first sequel. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I loved it. I love Austin Powers. It's one of those just kind of dumb comedies that you just I love movies like because I watch so many movies and stuff like that. And like I'm a real like serious movie fan. Like the more serious the film is, the more I'm
Drama.
enjoying it and stuff like that. Like deep. Here's the message of the movie. But I love these movies because I can just turn off my brain and just enjoy something.
Yeah.
Austin Powers is great. I want to see another Austin Powers, quite honestly.
I do too.
I would love to see Seth Green like fully taking on the role of the new Dr. Evil and stuff like that. Would be awesome. I would be down for a sequel on this.
I wasn't a huge fan of Goldmember, the third one, but I would like to see a fourth one.
Smoking a pancake, a bong and a blintz. Come on.
And then
that's great stuff.
I like that opening scene of Goldmember though when they bring Tom Cruise and Kevin Spacey. You know what they did that one opening that was a lot of fun. Watching that in theaters, people were like just laughing their asses off in that opening scene there. Larry, are you an Austin Powers fan at all?
I was at the time. This is another one that like you said, like everybody was talking about these movies, and everybody was a fan of Austin Powers. But I haven't I haven't watched this. Probably 20 years. I haven't thought about Austin Powers much lately. It seems to be, as popular as it was. It's kind of I feel like it's a little bit forgotten. But yeah, so good. The third one was just okay, right? Goldmember. Wasn't Beyonce in that?
Yeah.
Like Fred Savage. Like it was. Yeah, like. They were okay.
The mole.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I remember. I had to Google it to make sure I knew which one. But yeah, Fred Savage is in the third one. Love anything Fred Savage. But yeah, like the 1 and 2, like were so good. I remember. I think it was probably '99, so it had to be the first one. We took like a school trip to California, like in a bus. So Arizona to like LA, right? So like probably 6, 7, 8 hours in a bus. The bus had a VHS player. Awesome, right? Top tier, 99. Like
awesome.
we were, as kids, we were Hollywood celebrities at that point, man. We had a VHS player, but nobody brought VHS except for 2. So I don't know why they had it, but somebody brought the first Austin Powers movie, and the other VHS, not DVD. The other VHS we had was somebody brought like a skateboard video, like people doing like skateboard tricks.
Oh, okay.
That was a very like 99 thing too.
Oh yeah.
But so
Definitely.
like we had like 16 hours on this bus back and forth. in 2 VHS movies. So we watched Austin Powers at least like 6 times. That is the first thing I think of when I think of the Austin Powers, is sitting on that bus, nothing else to do, right? No cell phones, no internet, no nothing. Like you watch this one VHS over and over and over. Yeah, it was good though, man. Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring it back somehow. Maybe updated even, maybe like a reboot, but rather than the dude from the 70s, have a guy from like 1999 who is transplanted into 2024 and has to learn about cell phones and and all those things. Maybe you do that kind of reboot.
All right, yeah. Let's look at the chat real quick here. Miami's Nemesis says, was this the one he puts Mini-Me in a bag and starts banging it all around the break room? Wait, was it?
Yeah, that was the second one.
It was the second one. Okay, I don't remember because I know Mini-Me pops up in this one right here, and then he was in the third one. But I didn't remember if it was this one or the third one. Darren Wardle saying, Rogue One is the best modern Star Wars in the what does that say?
Disney era.
Disney era. Disney era.
Oh, Disney. Okay.
Yeah, I liked the Rogue One. It's definitely a great movie. Then we have at Darren Wardle agree. So agree there. All right, let's move on. Unless you guys have any other thoughts on Austin Powers before we move on.
Hey, the first one was filmed in Las Vegas. So
hey.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah, Circus, and in front of the Riviera when he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Burt Baccarat. They're literally just driving in a big circle and filming it.
That's right.
Cool.
I remember that.
Rest in peace.
Right.
What was the Riviera? There, I lost it.
Yeah, the Riviera.
Rest in peace to the Riviera and every other hotel on that end of the strip.
It's now another failing casino, so we'll see how that one goes. It's on the old. Fountain Blue is now on that property and stuff like that, and they're not doing so well.
Maybe it's cursed.
It might be. It might be.
The next one is South Park, Bigger, Longer, and
Lord.
Uncut. And this movie, okay, so at the time when this first premiered, which I believe the series premiered in '97, and it's still running, just like The Simpsons is still running.
Yeah.
When South Park first came out, it was in Comedy Central, and I mean we didn't have cable at the time, so I might have heard about what this show is, this cartoon with all these vulgar kids saying things and doing things that some adults do, and I was intrigued, right? So I started watching it, and I think my cousin bought a VHS of like a few episodes of the show, and then we watched them, and I was a big fan of it. And then eventually we did get cable, and then we watched it, became a big fan of South Park. I haven't really been watching it lately, but when they announced that they're going to make this into a movie and it was going to be R-rated, I was like, yes, I want to watch the South Park movie. And I remember that I had to my mom actually had to buy us a ticket to watch it, because at the time they allowed for you to have your parents sign some kind of like waiver, then they could buy it for you and we could watch it without the parent.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. And that's how we watched this movie. And we're like laughing like throughout the entire movie. And it's a musical too, which I usually not really a big fan of, but this whole movie is like just singing and dancing and all this other stuff. But fond memories of this. Larry, your thoughts?
Real quick, didn't they used to check IDs too? Like when you went to the movies, like when they took your ticket, like if you were going to see an R-rated movie, like they checked your ID and stuff too. That's an old timey memory. But anyway, so yeah, like kind of like Gio, like I knew South Park existed. Maybe it saw a couple episodes. Was not a big fan. But I 100% remember seeing this movie and being excited to go see it. We saw it on the 4th of July. Just again, distinct memory. I remember seeing on the 4th of July. I looked, it came out June 30th. So we we saw it like that next week. Satan and Saddam Hussein and Terrence and Phillip. Like, yeah, it was great. Great soundtrack too. Like to the right, it's kind of a musical, but some of those songs are classics as well. Not sure if they hold up or are very politically correct, but at the time, they were great. But yeah, like I'm not the biggest South Park fan, but I definitely enjoyed seeing this movie.
And just a little side note, Tim.
Yes, sir.
My first time in Vegas was in 1999 in 4th of July, and we were trying to watch this movie there.
Oh yeah.
But we weren't able to actually go. But just a
Do you
little
remember
side note there.
Do you remember what theater?
Oh no, I don't remember all that.
No.
I just know we were wanting to watch it. You know, we could only go to like Circus at the time, but yeah,
Circus
just, I have this
is
memory
great.
of my first Vegas trip and then this movie. So just a little thing I want to address since
That's
you're
funny.
from Vegas.
That's
Wasn't Circus run down even like in 1999, and it's just gotten
Oh.
progressively worse? Like it wasn't nice then, was it?
No, Circus has never been nice.
Yeah.
Never.
It's never been nice.
It hasn't. The guy who owns it now, though, I think it's Phil Ruffkin, and he is trying to put money into it. He
Okay.
does want to elevate it and stuff like that. But Circus makes a ton of money. Just like Excalibur, it's a family hotel. So it makes a ton of money. All like the families, and they have a huge RV park in the back and stuff like that, which makes a buttload of money. Like he's making money. Even it might be run down, it might have bed bugs and several other things. But also one of their steakhouses is the top rated in Vegas. Really? Yeah, that was a mobbed up steakhouse back in the day. They have a secret entrance for like celebrities and mobsters that used to come in and out and everything. Yeah, it's a dope place.
Yeah. So did you give your thoughts already on this movie?
No, I was sorry. I was actually at work singing Kyle's Mom is the Kyle's Mom song. I don't know if I could cuss on here, so we
can
continue with the title. Oh, okay.
You can.
Yeah, so the Kyle's Mom's a Big Fat Bitch song, right? I was singing it at work all day, the other day, and everything, just messing around with people and stuff like that. I actually, I still have the soundtrack on CD. I bought it the day it came out. I have my very first one I bought and everything. And What Would Brian Boitano Do?
Oh yeah.
Dude, this was like being a South Park fan, and then when they announced the movie and going to see it with my friends and everything, this was the epitome of just greatness, in my opinion, seeing this movie. So
yeah,
I love it. And the when they go to war and stuff like that, the joke on the front lines and everything.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They definitely probably couldn't get away with that now, but I mean, I think they could. South Park still does.
Yeah, he does.
Stuff that I'm like, how have you guys not?
Yeah,
got yet, but
they make fun of everyone and everything, so that's why they've been able to get away with it. I'm guessing, but
it's just expected now. They're like, we can't beat them, so
yeah, definitely. We have Mr. Yomo saying, "Yo, hello there, Yomo. Thank you so much for being here. He's on my Figures Talk show that I do usually Sunday nights, Figures Talk. And then just since I just brought this up, so there won't be a Figures Talk episode tomorrow night, but I will be doing it on March 15th, which is a special day and time because I'm on vacation next week. So I'll give you guys more details later. My sister Alice saying Circus currently has the audacity to charge $200 plus a night during festival weekends.
Hey, it's festival weekend.
Right,
it's right. It's literally in walking distance of the fairgrounds here that have all the big music festivals. They can charge that, no problem. No problem. And you're going to pay it too.
I haven't been. You're going to pay it.
I haven't been to too.
I haven't been to Circus since I think '99. I don't remember going back there again. I love their, like, when I was growing up there, Midway and stuff like that would have all the arcade games, the carnival games. Oh, okay.
I used to sit and watch the circus acts for so long, and I just reviewed Diamonds Are Forever, and that takes place all in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And they go to Circus. Like, one of the big scenes is in Circus, but like real old school Circus. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
So
then I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So if you want to stay away from the festival weekends, if you go May 7th, just random day I chose to look up the prices, $23 a night if you want to stay at Circus Circus just on a random Tuesday in May.
No, if you
that's
like,
cheap.
I work at the Strat, and we were doing $19.
That's ridiculously cheap.
Oh wow. Well, there you go, Alice. There you go.
Yeah, May 7th. Make it happen.
Darren Waters says, Alice, that's ridiculous. So yeah, there you go. All right, let's move on to the next one here. Okay, this one, Wild Wild West. Okay,
Wiki Wild.
Okay, so Will Smith was a particularly hot name in '99. Yeah. I mean, he still obviously is, but we already know the issues that happened with the Oscars and all that stuff. But this was a movie that I was excited because I was a big fan of the other Will Smith movies that we've seen. Men in Black, Independence Day. Those were the summer movies that had just come out. And this one came out. And I did watch it that summer that I mentioned. Wasn't a big fan. Wasn't a big fan of this. And if I remember correctly, I think Will Smith turned down playing Neo to do this.
I think so, yeah.
So, it's one of those movies that I actually did not purchase because, back then I would buy VHS DVDs. I did not buy this, but I still kind of remember like the hype of this movie, Wild Wild West. It just wasn't as great, or actually wasn't really good. But I just remember that, that hype that it takes me back to '99 because of this movie here. Larry, your thoughts on this?
I never saw it, but I do. I never saw it. Like I'm with you though, right? You're on to it, dude. There was hype because Independence Day was great, because Men in Black was great. This was the next Will Smith movie, and the only thing good to come out of it was that one song and the soundtrack, and that was it. And even that is probably questionable. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Tim?
This movie's god awful. This movie is so god awful. I do like the jokes in it and stuff like that, especially between him and the main bad guy, and he's like, "Oh, I don't get up. I can," like all this making the no legs jokes, and then him making the other jokes and everything. Like I like those. I love the TV series that this show was based on, that this movie was based on.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
really loved that TV series. I really did. Like I never didn't see it when it first ran, but like I went back and watched it and everything, and it was great. This movie was horrible. This movie was god awful. I think if I reviewed this movie now, I'd probably give it like 2 stars. 100%.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yoma saying Wiki Wild West. So there you go. Where'd you get that? I was so disappointed in Wild Wild West as a kid. So yeah, like I was still a kid myself, and I was a bit disappointed there. Let's move on to the next one here, and this is American Pie. This movie was another movie that I tried to go, but I was denied. The theater that I was trying to watch this movie at, they didn't have that where someone could just sign, a parent could sign. But it's again fun comedy. It's not one of those movies that needed, how many fucking movies did they make of this? Like 4 or 5 sequels and spin-offs and all this other stuff. But I just remember this one more because a lot of people, a lot of like my friends and stuff like that are trying to watch this movie, and they kept getting denied to get in to this R-rated movie. That's like the main thing why I remember this.
Just builds the hype, man.
Right. It really does. And then obviously I remember the whole what's the line that she says? At band camp or whatever. At band camp, or I forgot what the line is. I always like quote it, but for some reason I can't remember right now. When I was at band camp or something like that. So that's this movie here. Like I said, don't know why they made so many, but here we are. Tim, what are your thoughts?
Oh, it's a seminal movie. It's like kids growing up, like when they got to see this movie, this is like their movie, their Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's like that might be a little, little too much. But you see what I'm saying here? Like, absolutely, I love this movie. Was it Allison Hannigan?
Oh yeah.
She's great in this.
Buffy.
Was it Stifler?
Oh, Sean William Scott.
He's amazing.
Stifler's mom.
Yeah, that was what's her name?
I don't know.
She's doing well now with
she's the White Lotus or whatever.
White Lotus, yeah.
White Lotus,
Legally Blonde with the hot dog.
Yeah. And Eugene Levy.
No, right.
Yeah.
Look where he's at. He just got his star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that. That was like this week or last week?
I think this week. I think might have been something from last week, but yeah, I saw it this week. It's a great movie. I love this movie. I really do. I really do. Never tried any of the things that he tried in it, but I do love this movie.
Larry, did you watch this in theaters?
No, I absolutely watched this in theaters. So this is another one that I have a weird memory of seeing this in the theater. We went. It was probably like a random Tuesday during the day. I don't know why I wasn't in school, but I know me and my friends went probably like 2:00 in the afternoon or something. And the theater was very empty, right? Because it's like a Tuesday. Except so right, we were there first. We're literally like the only ones at the theater. Then these two other people walk in. These two older people walked in, 60, 70, older. We're like, okay, cool, whatever, watching the movie. And then like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes into it, the older couple gets up and leaves. Like, our theory, because there was also another movie out at the same time called American Beauty. Our theory was that they wanted to go see the American Beauty movie, not American Pie, and they got confused and they did not need to see this teen comedy.
They were way off on that.
Right, they were in the wrong. They were in the wrong theater. It was not the movie for them, but it was definitely the movie for me. It was great. Everything you guys mentioned, right? Not only did this spawn too many sequels, this relaunched like the teen comedy genre, right? Like this, I can't even think of any other ones, but like there were so many movies like this that came out in the early 2000s, and it's all because of the success of American Pie. Like this was the iconic teen comedy. Right? It was great. Yeah, maybe we didn't need, American Pie 3 or whatever it was called, but even the second one was pretty good. Like I liked it. Hands down, great movie. I haven't watched it in forever, but at the time, man, it was great.
We have Darren Waters saying, Wild Wild West, seen it once. I want my refund, and I didn't pay for it. So there you go. My sister Alice saying, I have a vivid memory of driving to Nevada with my parents and stopping at McDonald's and getting a Wild Wild West toy.
Nice.
I don't even remember the toys that they had there. So, Darren Waters said, this one time at band camp. There it is. This one time at band camp. There you go. Alice, my sister says, fun fact, Gio snuck me into the faculty when we were both underage. I do remember that. And because they almost didn't let us in, but I kind of like persuade the clerk there. Like, no, it's okay.
That's an underrated Robert Rodriguez movie.
Yeah, with Josh Hartnett and Elijah Wood, and it was
Usher. That's the one with Usher.
Say it again.
What was that?
Faculty, is that the one with Usher?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, he's in it.
That's all I remember about that movie is Usher.
And let's see what you got. That confusing the movies of the American Beauty and American Pie. All right, now I don't remember. Tim, did you already talk about American Pie?
I did.
You did. Okay.
I did. It was great.
All right. Let's move on to the next one here. Okay, so we have just a few more, and then we'll be done with this one here. The Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan. That's what made him, I guess, the name that we know now. The director that we know now. The big twist and everything. When this movie was first advertised, the trailers and things like that, I wasn't really that interested in it. I thought the title of the movie was kind of lame. It was like The Sixth Sense. Okay, whatever. So I didn't actually watch it right away, but then of course I started hearing all the hype about the twist and you have to watch this movie, blah 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 blah. And then I did watch it, and I really enjoyed it. Became a fan of Shyamalan, and I really enjoyed even Signs, the one that came out in 2002. But now, he's a hit and miss. More likely than not, it's a miss. But this is what ultimately kicked off the whole Shyamalan stuff there. But great film. Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment got an Oscar nomination as a kid for this role. So great movie. Tim, your thoughts?
Oh, the twist was spoiled for me before I actually went and saw the movie, which I actually think was fine because I got to enjoy the movie a different way. Like I got to see like all the things like how he wasn't really interacting with people, but they made it set up like that. And I think I was more honed in on looking at that stuff, so I think it made it much more of a better experience for me and everything. And this is a damn good movie. M. Night, you're right. M. Night has had some just misses, but if you watch the movies he's produced, like Devil was a really good movie. Like ones he's produced are actually really good, and he's actually got something coming out here soon. I think by the end of the year or something like that. Or it's produced by him again or something like that?
I think it might be produced. I think it might be his child who's directing, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I read something that it's the daughter or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I thought I read that. But
there's an episode of Entourage where Ari has to go to a cemetery to get a script from M. Night Shyamalan, right?
Oh, really?
And like but he's filming an Amex commercial. He thinks he's filming some horror movie, and he's really filming an Amex commercial, right? For the credit card or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And like some craziness ensues, and like Ari doesn't get to go to sleep, and he doesn't read the script. And then M. Night shows up in his office the next morning. And he's like, "Hey, no problem. Let's go over this script." And he's like, "I haven't read it." He's like, "Cool. I'll just sit here while you read it. Go ahead." And it's like this thick and everything. It's like, I love Entourage. That was just one of my episodes I like.
Larry, your thoughts?
This will be quick because I've never seen it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Never ever seen it.
Has it been spoiled?
Oh yeah, probably in '99, right? Like, it was a big deal, and that's not why I didn't see it necessarily. I just never saw it.
Okay. Live chat here says, "Where'd you get that?" Says The Sixth Sense broke so many brains.
Oh, so many.
Darren Wardle says, "Loved it." Love Devil says, "Where'd you get that?" So there you go. All right, let's go on to the next one here, and we have the Blair Witch Project. Okay, so this movie, was advertised like they're trying to make it seem like it was real, which I think that's why a lot of people ran and watched this movie. That's the one that kicked off the whole found footage, a horror era, which it kind of still kind of happening even now. I remember this movie. I think they shot it for like maybe like 30 grand or something like that, and it made like $140 million. Then they made a sequel to it. So I think The Book of Shadows or something like that, which I did not like at all. So yeah, great film. The ending, I guess a bit of interpretation there, I guess, but it was fun to watch there. Larry, you watched this movie, right?
I absolutely watched this movie in the theater, in a packed theater. I remember it, like I said, a lot of hype. I think that it was okay. Like, I think it was almost hyped too much by the time I saw it. And it was like, it was just all right. But yeah, the found footage, the shaky cam thing, because they basically like filmed it just on like, is it like the Sony Handycam camera, like that, which is so like late 90s. But yeah, like regardless of like if it holds up or how good it actually was, like you said, it definitely had a lot of influence, and it made just a ton of money. So it was all right. Again, not one of those I would probably never rewatch now, but at the time, man, like that was Blair Witch was a huge deal. There's a lot of good movies in 1999, like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Tim.
Okay, I'm gonna confess something. I do not like found footage movies.
Okay.
Well, except for let's say Cloverfield was pretty all right because it was kind of a mixture of found footage and live. But this was like the birth of that genre, and like without this movie, we would have never got those other movies, Paranormal Activity. Other ones are escaping me, but like this was a great movie. I did not see this in theaters. I definitely saw it on probably DVD. But yeah, it's just one of those top tier movies. Like, and damn, it's 25 years. Holy shit!
Right.
It seems like longer. It seems like it should be like
It does.
the
actually.
30 year or the 40. It just seems like it came out so long ago.
Like it came out from the 70s or something like that. Where'd you get that says Blair Witch creeped me out because I thought it was real, and yeah, that was kind of the thing because internet was kind of new right at the time, and people were just like going on there and be like, what the hell's going on?
No social media.
Yeah.
Didn't all the actors also get screwed over on this film too?
Probably.
How so?
Like they were the ones that made it. They were the actors and the
that's
and
right.
the
That's
crew,
right.
but didn't the like studio like totally rip them off or something like that?
Oh, okay. Because I know
It seems like there's a memory to that or something like that.
because I know they just gave him like a basic idea, like just make sure you do this, but then you just basically do, film just you guys talking and things like that. And yeah, I kind of see that.
But maybe they gave up their rights for like $1 million or something, and then it made 100 million.
Right.
You think it was one of those where like they agreed on a nice flat fee, which is probably a lot of money, but they had no idea it was going to blow up like it did.
Yeah.
So I could see how they could get screwed. Right? That seems like a studio kind of thing.
Right.
A studio thing to do,
Right.
right?
Especially in 99.
We'll take this. Yeah, we'll take this from you. If it makes money,
This ain't
whatever.
gonna make no money, guys. You want to
No.
take the $1 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Million.
Darren Wardo saying it gave me chills, but I didn't like it. Storm Enchantress says, "Hi all, sorry I'm late. Thunderstorms an area with high wind. Thank you so much for being here." Storm.
Oh, we just had a really bad 3 days with some high winds.
Oh yeah, and in Vegas, right?
Yeah, tore up the California hotel downtown.
Oh, wow.
My hotel, the tap. You guys know the Stratosphere, right?
Yeah.
This is a big tower, right? So
Yeah.
they were actually going to close down the tower one of the days because they weren't afraid of the tower moving because obviously it's built to do that and everything.
Right.
The
I would hope
elevators
so.
they were afraid of, so they had to slow the elevators down
Oh.
and everything else. Like
Wow.
it was a crazy day. It was interesting.
Oh, wow. Mary Gus is saying Blair Witch was scary, looks so real. Let's see. Storm says, laugh out loud, don't make us seem old. Okay. Tennessee have been thinking about everyone hit with the system. All right, so let's move on to the next one here. So we have like a couple more left here. We have 3 more. Okay, this one is Fight Club. Okay,
wow.
so that's David Fincher's film starring Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. I actually didn't watch this movie in theaters. I watched it after the fact, and I like the twist of this. It's not one of those movies that I rewatched often, but it was a solid movie. I am a big fan of David Fincher. There's other filmmakers that I like more, but this is definitely one of those big ones that I think puts David Fincher on the map, I would say. But Larry, I know you watched this, and I think you're a fan of this, right?
Yeah, totally. It was a great movie. Like I didn't see this in the theaters. I watched this, man, I don't know, maybe like 5 years later. Like it was probably like 2004-ish. At work, we worked the night shift, and somebody brought in one of those little portable DVD players with the tiny screen.
Okay.
And we'd watch movies at night because it was slow. It was a great job. So this is one of those movies that I would have never sought out myself, but somebody brought in the DVD. Like I kind of knew it existed. All right, Brad Pitt. What's the other guy's name?
Edward Norton.
Yeah, Edward Norton, right? Like, thank you. Right, Edward Norton. Like I knew it existed. but we watched it at work one night, and yeah, great, hands down, just great movie.
How about you, Tim?
Oh man, this is just Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt. I absolutely love it. Ed Norton's amazing in it. We get Jared Leto as Blue Eyes or Bright Eyes.
I
forgot about it.
that.
I think it's Blue Eyes. Might be Bright Eyes too. Meatloaf with his man tits.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Rest in peace, Meatloaf. But he was great in this movie too. And Hello Bonham Carter, who didn't have a crush on her in this movie? Come on. Like, she was great. And David Fincher is an amazing director, so
yeah,
you can't go wrong. This movie was great.
Let's see here. Storm saying I didn't like the sequel.
Blair Witch.
Was it Blair Witch?
Yeah. That was Blair Witch, yeah.
Then where'd you get that? Says sheesh, 1999 was full of amazing movies. Yes, definitely.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why I remember 99 so vividly, because like all these great movies that just came out like often, like every couple weeks there's a new one that I wanted to watch, and then I watched it and I enjoyed it and all that stuff. Darren Waterson was actually surprised with it. Fight Club made it to the DVD collection. So yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Storm saying, really, Darren, now I have to find it on streaming. Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhere on streaming, probably Prime or Netflix. Loved Meatloaf in it. Yeah, so that's what you just said there, Tim.
Love Meatloaf.
Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one.
All versions.
All versions. Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow, Tim Burton. I was so excited for this movie when I first saw the trailer for it. I'm a big horror Halloween fan. We have Tim Burton. We have the Headless Horseman. I read when I was younger, I read this I think it was a Goosebumps book where there's like a headless ghost, which I really liked. And then I've obviously heard about the Sleepy Hollow legend or whatever. So I was very excited for this, and I watched this movie in theaters, and I was so glad I saw it. It is one of my favorite films. I'll say maybe like top 15, top 20 around there. And we have Danny Elfman's score. We obviously have Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, and then the blood that Tim Burton likes to use in this movie is like, it's kind of like not really realistic, but it kind of works because of the rest of the cinematography and then the way that the shots look. It works really, really well, and great film. Tim, your thoughts on this one?
Oh man, let me tell you, this is a great film. This is absolutely a great film. The cast is beyond amazing. This Christopher Lee as
that's right,
preacher. Christina Ricci, who I actually share a birth year with her, and she's one of my all-time crushes. Johnny Depp's just the absolute man in this. And we get Christopher Walken as the Hessian at the end of the movie.
That's right.
He's brilliant. He doesn't say a word, but he's just brilliant and looks so menacing. And yeah, Tim Burton. Tim Burton's a great director. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Tim Burton movie that I didn't like. So I would say.
Then we have Ian McDermott. Palpatine was in this movie too. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, he was the preacher. Oh, not Christopher. Oh, no, wasn't Christopher Lee in this also?
Christopher Lee, I think he was. Wasn't he the judge? I think he was the judge at the beginning of the movie where they sent him to Sleepy Hollow. I think that was Christopher Lee. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Sorry.
What are your thoughts, Larry?
I'm over here Googling it because I think I saw it, but I don't really remember if I saw it. I'm fairly certain I watched this movie. Like, so the Google images, right? Like the Headless Horseman, there's like a skull head and stuff. Like, I think I saw this, but I'm not 100% sure I even saw this. So if I did, sorry. I know it's one of your favorite movies, Gio, but forgettable. Forgettable. For me, forgettable.
All right. Let's see. Let's look at the chat real quick here. Let's see. We have Storm saying, I like the TV show of Sleepy Hollow 2. I actually never seen it. I did hear it was actually good.
That was
I did hear it was good. Yeah. Darren Waters, I wanted to see Sleepy Hollow. Never have.
There's still time, Darren.
Yeah. Let's see. Mary Gusty saying a friend of mine got me the DVD of Sleepy Hollow. I love that movie. So yeah, it's another person there. Okay, this is the last title, and this is End of Days.
Oh,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger was gone for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years, because of the heart issue that he had, the heart operation. So this is the one that he came back to, and I like watching this on New Year's Eve. So this is a perfect movie for December 31st for you to have in the background. Schwarzenegger was actually kind of, I found it to be like hilarious in this movie. There's a lot of like lines that he says that are just I don't know if it was supposed to be on purpose or not, but he was just kind of funny in this. And we have, the devil coming to the world, the millennia, and it's just a very fun movie. I watched it in theaters. I think it came out like during Thanksgiving week or something like that, and it's just fun.
It did. November 24th.
Oh, there you go. So you looked it up there.
Well, I'm over here Googling it to see if I've seen it. So
have you seen it?
I have not, no.
Oh, okay. So all right.
I remember it sort of like that it existed, but I definitely did not see this one.
How about you, Tim?
Oh yeah, I saw this. I am actually going to rewatch this and do a review of it
Cool.
down the road here soon.
Oh, nice.
For some apocalyptic thing that I'm thinking about doing and everything.
Okay.
Nice.
But I love the cast in this. I mean, Schwarzenegger, Gabriel Burns, Robin Tooney, Kevin Pollak, CCH Pounder, or Ponder. my bad.
Oh yeah.
And
Wasn't that the lady from like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, she was the
Yes.
the chief. Yep.
Yeah.
She's great.
I'm on board.
I remember now.
Yeah.
But this is a cool concept for an end of the world type movie. Like the devil pisses on him or something like that. Like pisses and creates fire or some shit like that. It's great. I loved it. I loved it personally, but I do believe the overall consensus of it wasn't that good of it.
Yeah. It's one of those movies, but yeah, I remember this very fondly. Like I said here, let's see. Storm saying it was good.
I'm sorry, Gia. When he gets crucified on the back of the tow truck.
Oh yeah.
And he's hung up on that. That's a great scene. And the tow truck's just blaring through the alley and everything. That's a cool scene. It's a pretty cool scene.
Storm says it was good. Then we have Mr. Kuso saying, "Hey chat, hello, to Mr. Kuso. Thank you for dropping by here. Thank you for being here." Then just saying hi to Mr. Kuso there. All right. Any other thoughts on this movie or any of the 99 movies that we talked about? Because that was the last one.
It's so good. All those movies are, except for the ones that sucked, but
Right.
all of them were.
Even those though. Solid year. Good memories, right? Even if it was bad.
And I do have to say, Gio, when you messaged me and you were like, "Oh, we're going to talk about 1999 movies," I was like, "Whoa, he's got to have a plan," because in my head I was like, 99 wasn't that good, but I opened it up through Google and so I was like, "Holy hell!"
right, yeah.
So many movies that I personally remember. I was like, crazy good. That was a crazy good year.
Okay.
There was some other movies that I didn't even mention.
That's what I was gonna say. We should do like a run through real quick. So
I wanted to mention a couple that just
go for it. What do you got?
Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, that's right.
Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams. October Sky.
I actually haven't seen that.
Bicentennial Man.
I have not seen it.
Oh, it's a sad movie, man. I think I cried during that towards the end of it. Yeah, man. It pulls on your heartstrings. Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Wing Commander. That's not a good movie. It's just
I did not watch.
I think everybody has seen that movie at some point or.
Is that the one with Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yes.
Yep, shit! Nah, I remember that. I didn't watch it though.
Drive Me Crazy. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, that's right. Heath
Go.
Ledger.
She's All That.
Another Freddie Prinze Jr. movie.
He was big, man.
Any Given Sunday.
For that minute.
Any Given
Varsity
Sunday.
Blues.
Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues. There you go.
The 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas. Three Kings. Beowulf with Christopher Lambert.
I don't think I saw that
Magnolia.
one.
Like, yeah, there's.
Did you say Cruel Intentions? Because that's
I did.
Cruel
My buddy at
Intentions.
work brought that up to me, and he's like, I was talking to him that we were doing this, and he's like, Cruel Intentions. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, and Cruel Intentions.
I actually did like that movie. I just recently rewatched it like a couple months ago. That's a good movie. I forgot about it.
And
What
one
is
of
it?
my all-time favorite movies, directed by Scorsese, Bring Out Your Dead.
Oh, with Nicolas Cage, right?
Yep.
Nicolas Cage. That's one of the. I only saw that movie once, and I don't remember if I liked it or not actually. But I'm a big.
It's an
Scorsese fan.
It's an odd movie. It's an odd movie.
Yeah.
But he plays top tier Nicolas Cage in that. So like,
Oh yeah.
you love it. You love it for that reason alone.
Yeah.
All
Right.
right.
See, look at that. That's like at least 20 movies that did make the cut that are all
Right.
they're all equally amazing.
Oh, Dudley Do Right and Baby Geniuses. I'll leave it at that.
Oh wow.
Geniuses.
I want to
Y'all
watch
need-
some 99 movies this weekend.
Y'all need
Um,
to watch Baby Geniuses. Do a video on it.
Oh, I haven't seen that one either. Storm said, "Making me miss '99." Laugh out loud. That was the whole point, right? 1999 was epic. Mr. Cruz is saying, "Love Bicentennial Man." So another guy that will like that movie. I love the rom-coms. They don't make them like this, like that now. Yeah, definitely not. Wing Commander, basically A-10. Was it Warthogs in space? I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
sure.
yeah, I get it. I think I get it.
Oh, okay, because I didn't watch it, so I don't remember.
You know,
I just know Freddie was in it. Prince Jr.
I can't let us stop talking about 1999 without mentioning all of the great Mary Kate and Ashley direct to video movies that
Oh,
came out
okay.
around this time too. So just saying, if you like the Olsen twins, 1999 was peak Olsen twins movie time too.
And then I know you mentioned this, Larry. American Beauty came out in '99.
yeah,
That was
yep.
I missed
that was
that.
Best
so-
Picture.
Not American
No.
Pie, American Beauty.
And then that one actually won Best Picture for '99. So there you go.
But like, so it had the same girl in it though too, right?
Which girl?
Forget her name. Hold on. What's the main girl from?
Oh, Mina Suvari?
Yeah,
Is it Mina Suvari?
yeah. Mina Suvari is in American Beauty. So right,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see how you could get confused. So, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's even got the same girl in it. They're setting up
Yeah.
old people.
All right. All right. So that was the 1999 movie flashback, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed it or remembered
That's brilliant.
some
Brilliant.
fond memories
Well
of these
done.
movies.
Good. Great year, man. Great year.
Yeah. All right. So now the next thing I was going to do here, and then I don't know what the situation is, Larry, if you need to step out now.
I probably need to drop, so I'm gonna have to jump. I'm gonna have to do trivia another time.
Sure.
Fair warning, I'm awful at trivia, so you definitely want to have me back because it'll be entertaining.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Larry.
course,
Let me
man.
actually show something real quick here. Hold on a
Cool,
second
cool.
before you leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so Larry, SDS
Hey.
guys, what do you guys have coming up?
Well, we'll be live tonight. I don't know what we're talking about, but we'll be live tonight. We call ourselves a pop culture podcast, right? So we talk about movies and TV shows, but I feel like our sweet spot is nonsense. So like I just got back from visiting the other two SDS guys in Austin. So we'll probably talk about Austin. I know Jeremy had some travel. So we're like this travel podcast, just hanging out, food, fast food, Whataburger, like you name it. We're probably, we're just kind of talking about we just kind of talk about our week, man. Yeah. Whataburger comes up a lot.
We
But
just got our first one here in Vegas.
I heard it's fancy too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
in the casino.
Yeah, you got the fancy Whataburger. So yeah, go get yourself some Whataburger and think about me. You got the White Castle two White Castles now, I think. So yeah, like we talk about that kind of stuff too. So I feel like if you like like podcasts or whatever, it's just like hanging out with your friends. Well, my podcast is me hanging out with my friends. So gives us an excuse to talk. We don't prep much. We're not overly organized. We just kind of show up, and you get what you get. And most of the time, it's a good time. So yeah, we'll be live tonight. If anybody wants to come hang out, I'll be happy to say hello.
Yeah, so the STS guys podcast YouTube link is in the description of the video. So if you guys were interested in subscribing or watching the STS guys, that's where you can find them. And then you guys have an Instagram page as well. So
yeah, we're on Instagram and Twitter or X, whatever, at STS guys. Yeah, give us a follow, please.
Well, thank you so much, Larry, for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed yourself here, and hope to have you back on again soon.
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks, nice meeting you, sir.
Nice meeting you too, man. Good hanging out. Later.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's go back here. All right,
this is gonna get real boring now.
All right, so Tim, so
yes,
I told you that we wanted to do this little trivia game. I call it the marker game. Now, when I first mentioned this to you, you thought it was going to be trivia on John Wick, but
I think I could do it. But I'm like,
but have you seen any of the John Wick movies?
I did. I have seen all 4 of them. I did a review for the 4th one. I'm about to go back and do a review for 1, 2, and 3. Dude, I love John Wick. It's just, again, it's one of those movies that like you just turn your brain off, enjoy the over the top, very comical violence, and just enjoy the whole story that's based off of killing this man's dog. It's amazing.
Right. So the trivia game, the game is actually, it's John Wick themed, but it's not John Wick movie trivia. Right. It is a movie trivia game. And then I'll give you some rules here. Okay, so right here, Tim, you are to pretend that you are John Wick. Okay, so now you get to choose one marker. So in the John Wick mythology, if you are given a marker, there's a target there, and you are to fulfill it. You are to take out that target. That's the blood oath that you made, right? So that's why I call it the John Wick or the marker game. So your goal is to get to your target and destroy the target. And the way that you do that is by earning points by playing a movie trivia game. And this is what we have here. This is one of the cards here. I mean, you're not gonna see the ones that I'm gonna have you play, but I'll read them to you. And this is based on the way that you answer the questions. So like, let's say if you answer a question outright, that you don't need any help, you don't need a multiple choice, you don't need a 50-50, then you'll get 3 points. If you do need help, then I'll give you those other options, but multiple choice is 2 points, 50-50 is 1 point. It's going to be 9 rounds. So obviously, if you were to answer outright all of the questions, then it's 3 points each, right? So 27, right? 27, 9 times 3, 27. But the points that you need in order to defeat your target is 15. So you need to at least have 15 points that you have earned before you get to the last round. So the last round, you should at least have 15 points by the time you're done to defeat your target. Now, at this point, there's 3 targets, 3 markers. So you get to choose one. So which one is it going to be? 1, 2, or 3?
Let's go number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so now the targets are movie characters, movie villains, TV villains, just in general. So it's going to be one of those. So you said 2, right?
Yep.
Here you go.
Movie
So you
villain.
selected Agent Smith. So he's your target.
Oh, nice.
I
kind of got the vulture. Dang.
Right? And let me look at the chat real quick here. Mary Gus says John Wick is epic movies. And then Storm says the music too. I'm not sure if you're referring to the other movie or this, but probably John Wick. So that's your target there, Tim. So it is Agent Smith. Later on, because I'm still kind of working on this game. Later on, I kind of have to implement, depending on the character that you get, that they may need more points for you to defeat them. Because they're more powerful. Like if I were to get Thanos or something, it would be different. But these are the ones that we have here. Okay, so there you go. And then also there's going to be some weapons that you could get if you let's say you answer two questions outright, whether they're consecutive or not, then you can get a weapon. And then the weapon, the first weapon is worth, you can add a point to your target to defeat your target anyway. Second weapon, 2, third weapon, 3. But I'll tell you when it is that you've activated any of these weapons, if you actually do. Right? So let's go ahead and begin here.
Let's go.
All right. So you gotta have an idea of how it is, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So let's begin. First trivia question, Tim. What is Neo's name in The Matrix? So you have to either outright answer the question, or you can ask for multiple choice, or you can ask for a 50-50. But depending on that, that's how many points you'll get.
Anderson.
All right. So the answer is it is Anderson. Right. Yeah. So Thomas Anderson.
Thomas. Does he say his first name? So he just keeps calling Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, it is Thomas Anderson. So I'll give it to you. So you got 3 points. Nice. 3 points. There you go. All right, there you go. Second one here is, let's see. Okay, which medical issue does Guy Pearce's character suffer from in Memento?
Nope. Let's do 50-50.
50-50, okay. Long-term memory loss, short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss.
Correct. So you got 1 point. All right. So because you selected 50-50, that was only worth 1 point. You got it right. All right. So far you have 4 points. Remember, it's 9 rounds. So you have 7 more. You need 15 to defeat Agent Smith.
I got
All right.
this.
Here we go. Next question. Next movie. What is the name of the robot departing with Cooper's crew in Interstellar?
Oh, shoot.
So
let's do multiple choice.
Multiple choice, okay. Multiple choice. It's either Plex, TARS, Case, or Kip.
TARS, correct.
You got it. So you got 2 points. So because you used multiple choice, you only got 2 points, right? So
yeah. So 5 total.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, 10 more. Come on.
Oh no, you have 3, 4, 5. You have 6 points so far.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Next movie or next question. How many James Bond movies have been made?
That's funny. I'm reviewing all those right now. 23.
23. That is incorrect.
Oh no.
It's 25.
Oh.
You were close. You were close, but
Dang
25. It. So 0 points for this one. Round 5. Round 5. Remember, out of 9. Next question here. What famous line did Brad Pitt give us in the thriller 7?
Oh, one of my favorite segments on the channel. What's in the box?
Yes, you got it. 3 points. What's in the box? 7. All right, round 6. Next question. What is Professor McGonagall's first name? In Harry Potter.
Let's do multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it Minerva, Sybil, Dolores, Astoria?
Minerva.
Minerva. There you go. You got it. 2 points.
Oh man, I feel dumb. Jeez.
I probably would have needed that too. So far you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11 points so far.
Oh damn!
And then you have unlocked a weapon. Weapon
Nice.
number 1. Star-Lord's quad blaster.
Nice.
So you've unlocked this one. So towards the end, after round 9, let's say you have 14 points, but you have this. You can add a point. So this will give you 1 point. All right. So let's go back. Okay. Next question. Round 7. I feel like a Mortal Kombat. What is Morpheus' ship named in The Matrix?
The Nebuchadnezzar.
You got it.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
3 points. Okay, 2 more rounds. And I think you got it at this point, but let's continue. What is Buzz Lightyear's job?
Space Ranger for Star Command.
Yeah, you got it. Space
Nice.
Ranger. 3 points. There you go. Last one, round 9. When was American History X released?
Let's do multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Okay, it was either 1995, 2000, 2005, or 1998.
95.
95. That is incorrect. It's 98.
Oh, I knew it. It was between those two. I knew it.
All right. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So you have 17 points, Tim.
Nice.
Plus your blaster. So 18. So you had more than enough. Well, you had enough to defeat Agent Smith. So you defeated your target. So you succeeded there. So there you go.
I was so nervous about the trivia too. I was like,
Oh, really?
I'm good at trivia, but I was like, oh man, like, I guess you guys can just call me Neo now. That's
Right.
That's what I want to be called now.
Had you unlocked weapon number 2, it would have been the web shooter from Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
Had you unlocked the 3rd weapon, you would have unlocked Stormbreaker. So there you go. All right. So thanks so much for playing, Tim. Greatly
That was
appreciate
awesome,
that.
bro. That was awesome.
Let's look at the chat real quick. We're about to get into that giveaway. Let's see. Storm says, I'm awful at trivia. Especially when you're like on the spot, right? Like,
Yeah.
I host these games, right, on my channel, but it's like I wonder how I would do if I was on the other side. So yeah, so all right. So we've done this. Tim was successful. He won. All right. So let's do the giveaway. Okay, so of all the people who are live right now, who are in the chat, so again, Funko Pop giveaway of either Darkseid Anakin or Darth Maul, Duel of Fates Funko. And now I hope you guys already went in and went to that video. The link is in the chat, and also been advertised it on my Instagram page and all that stuff. So if you have not done so yet, make sure to comment in the video, say that you're either a subscriber and or follower, and then obviously must be a subscriber or follower of the Movie Canon, and must have an address within the United States, because right now I can't really ship out anything outside the country or the continent for that matter. So make sure that you've already done that, because I'm about to go in and I'm going to use a website that just randomly selects a winner based on the comments that are in the video. So again, it's not this video, it's the other one that I posted earlier. Let's see. Also, I'm saying this. She's a subscriber. Okay. Now make sure that you did that in the video though. And the other video, let me see if I can just drop it in there real quick.
Run over there real quick while he's talking. Go for it.
But while we do that, Tim, is there anything else that you wanted to of what we've done today? Anything else that you wanted to add or say or anything like that related to, the movie space and things like that?
Well, first I want to thank you, Gio. I appreciate you for having me on here, man. This was so much fun. Like I said, this was my first collab with anybody, so you were awesome. The trivia games, that was fun. I really did dig it. It's a great concept for a trivia game. I like it. I really did.
Thank you. Really,
but man,
really
like
appreciate it.
Movie-wise, and like other than just how awesome 1999 really was, and to be honest with you, I didn't think it was. I honestly didn't. I was like, we're gonna be scraping the bottom of the barrel on this one,
Right?
But it was, dang, it's just all the movies. Like I said, like, I mean, we didn't cover it, but Bicentennial Man, Cruel Intentions, like just, and everything we covered, even Wild Wild West and Blair Witch Project, and they're also great movies. And I love movies. I love sitting in the theater surrounded by people. Like when we went to Dune, it was literally asses to elbows, like, and it was amazing. It was just amazing to hear everybody like gasp at the same moments. And when well, I won't go into anything just in case nobody's seen it. Chat, I'll be good about the spoilers, but man, I love movies, and it's just amazing. And this was a great time, Ross. This was so good.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the things that you have coming up on your channel?
So we I release no less than 3 videos a week now. I've been trying to keep up. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is what we're doing now, and stuff like that. I kind of switched up how I was doing it, but we are currently doing all the James Bond movies in this series I call Attack of the Franchise. Every month we do a different franchise. I had started it last year and got overwhelmed. I was doing 2 jobs and like it fell off. I couldn't keep up with watching the movies and doing reviews and stuff. But we're back with it, and it officially really starts next week. And we're going to do all the James Bonds, and then the month after that's Rambo, and then the month after that's Fast and the Furious. Okay. And that's definitely what I got coming up.
All right. So that's the VFG Movie Reviews YouTube channel, and then you have your Instagram page as well. And that's the channel here, guys. So if you're interested in checking Tim's contents there, the link is in the description of this video here as well. So, and then like I said, he has an Instagram page as well. Okay, so let's see. Mary Gus is saying woohoo, I love James Bond. So
I do too. It's so good.
Storm says I did afraid as low as Wi-Fi as I might not get it in. Well, this is going to be just it's not going to be a trivia question, because usually I do like trivia and stuff like that for the viewers to actually win. But let's see here. Hold on a second here. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right, guys. So if you guys are watching live right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start the draw here. So let me just move things around here. Hold on a second, guys. All right. So I'm on a website that selects the winners based on the comments, right? So let me just try to display that information here. Let's see. Storm says, Tim, I love Fast and Furious. So,
well, you might not want to hear my thoughts on that then.
Mr. Cruz is saying Fast and Furious franchise is my guilty pleasure. I can watch like Star Wars movies. So yeah, there you go. All right, so let's go in there real quick here. I just want to make sure I did this right. Okay. Okay, got that. 4, 6. Okay. I'm about to display the screen. So if you guys are watching, hopefully you followed the instructions. Hopefully you're a subscriber or follower to the Movie Canon YouTube channel or Instagram page and have an address within the United States. All right, so let's go here. Okay. Okay, so that's the website that I'm going to use. So that's the website. Okay, so again, you have to claim your prize if you are live in the chat, and then I'll wait maybe like a minute if you're not here yet or whatever. And if no one claims it within the minute, then I'll spin it again until we get a winner. Okay. All right. So here we go. And this is again for the Dark Side Anakin or the Darth Maul Duel of Fates Phantom Menace Funko. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Storm is the winner. So Storm, I mean, I just saw you right now in the chat, so hopefully you're still there. Let's see. So Storm, just claim your prize that you are here still. Let's see.
Got an OMG.
Debbie Rosali saying, I just wanted to stop and say hi. So hello there, Debbie Rosali. Thank you so much for dropping by. I know you mentioned earlier, you mentioned this to me that you weren't going to be able to watch it live, but still really appreciate that you just dropped by. Storm, exactly Q and Q. Exactly Q, and I don't overanalyze them. And then just saying bye. Saying hi to Debbie. And then hi, Debbie. Again, hi to Debbie again. Hi, Deb.
Debbie's popular.
Sorry, I can't stay. Sick. Nice to see you all. Bye. So yeah, again, thank you for dropping by, Miss Debbie Rosselli. Storm saying, "Oh my God!" Oh yeah, so there she is. Congratulations. Says, where did you get that, Mr. Crusoe? That's congrats, Storm. All right, Darth Maul. Okay, there you go. Nice, says Yomo. I'm ecstatic. Thanks, y'all. Hope you feel better soon, Debbie. And congratulations, Storm. Okay, so Storm, I think you've won once before. So go ahead and message me on Instagram as soon as possible, because that way I can ship this out as soon as possible for you. Give me your address and your name, because I don't think your real name is Storm Enchantra, but
it could be.
I mean, maybe, yeah, maybe. But just give me your name, tell me what you won, and then give me your address. And I think you're in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'll send that out to you. And you said Darth Maul, so hopefully Darth Maul is still available. But we'll talk about that in a bit. All right, so that was it. So we selected the winner here, and let me just stop the screen, stop sharing it here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so that's pretty much it here. Then again, everyone, just so you know, because I do my Figures Talk show on my channel Sunday nights usually. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I'm going to watch the Oscars. A lot of you guys probably know I'm a big Oscars fan, and it's like my Super Bowl.
I was gonna cover it on my channel, and I totally looked up when it went. I got 2 movies tomorrow, and I'm like, I can't. It's my only weekend to watch these movies, so. Oh, okay. I'll miss it. I'll catch the replay on it though.
But yeah, so this one, like I said, so no Figures Talk show tomorrow night. I am gonna do a special day and time for this show, which is Friday, March 15th at 12:35 p.m. Pacific time. I'm on vacation starting next Friday for about 10 days or so. So I'm gonna do this odd time that I usually don't do, because normally I'll be at work, but I'm off, so I'm gonna do this show here. And then the Met Report, I'm not totally sure when the next Met Report episode will be. It might be some random date and time, because like I said, I'm on vacation, so I may just go on, but I'll let you guys know. And let me see, there's more stuff in the chat there. Let's see. So I'm saying I'm trying to open it. It's jammy, but only family pronounces it right. Awards show bore me now, says Darren Wardle. Mary Augusta says that we'll be watching the Oscars too. Hopefully, your predictions come true. Well, yeah, because I did the predictions last Saturday, and then we'll see what happens there. But yeah, so that's what I have going on there. And again, Tim, thank you so very much for being here, for joining me, being a guest. You know, I know a lot of my shows. I try to get more guests on here because it's more entertaining. It's more fun. You know, I think of other things that I normally wouldn't because a guest says something. There's like, oh, that's right. You know, so that's why it's nice to have a guest on. And thank you so much for taking the time, Tim.
Oh, bro, I loved
for
it.
doing
I
this.
loved it.
So yeah, so again, thank you so much there. Everyone in the live chat, thank you so much for watching live. Congratulations to Storm, and then Miss Debbie Rosselli. Hope you get better soon, and I'll hope to see you guys in the not too distant future. Let's see, my sister Alice saying, "Can I be a guest?" Of course you can, Alice. You're not really a huge movie fan though, but unless you want to talk about figures, which I don't think you're a big figure fan either. But yeah, definitely.
I am a big, huge figure fan though.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, I'm a NECA guy. So.
Oh, okay. Now I mean I don't.
I'm sorry, I meant to ask you in the pre-show. Did you see the Last Ronin Casey Jones NECA that they just announced?
I think I might have seen it.
Looks good. Looks really good.
But do you only collect NECA?
Yeah. I see you guys talk about Hot Toys a lot and stuff like that. I don't got the pocketbook for Hot Toys, but they are beautiful. They are beautiful figures.
Yeah. I like them, and that's why I have my Figures Talk show. That's usually where I talk about Hot Toys, sometimes Mondo and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you're ever interested in even though you don't collect Hot Toys, I guess to have you on one of the shows. I'll just let me know. Darren says Alice will be entertaining. I love the details and learning from y'all, but won't ever own any like Tim. So
maybe one day, you know.
Like maybe one, right? Maybe one, you know. But all right, but again, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll be seeing you guys next time. Have a great weekend, everyone.